humans, I'm Yo Schiller, and in many regards, I like to think I'm a man of my word. Welcome back to some more of my Pokemon Scarlet walkthrough. I have not posted a video for this walkthrough since January of 2024, so it's been almost a year and a half since I worked on this walkthrough, but that may have worked in my favor, for you see, it's been so long since I worked on this walkthrough that Nintendo released a brand new game console, the Nintendo Switch 2, and with that new game console came updates for various older Nintendo Switch titles to be more compatible with Nintendo Switch 2, which provided performance updates. And one of those games, or technically two of those games, consist of the Generation 9 Pokemon games, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So, by playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on my Nintendo Switch 2, the quality of these games shall improve drastically, and therefore my coverage and videos of these games should also improve. So let's go ahead and check it out. Now, first and foremost, I owe all of you viewers an apology. It should not have taken me this long to complete this walkthrough, and while I am glad that there was some sort of payoff for it taking this long, I don't like it when projects take this long to complete. I'm still wrapping up numerous other projects. My itinerary of things to do is very large, and right now it primarily consists of videos that are covering the Nintendo Switch 2, so they've taken priority, but here's what I plan to do next. I'm going to do 2 or 3 parts of my Pokemon Scarlet walkthrough to capitalize on the Nintendo Switch 2 hype. Then I'm going to go back and wrap up my Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom walkthrough, because that's still going, and that also has Nintendo Switch 2 enhancements. Then I'm going to come back to this game and wrap up this walkthrough, and then hopefully that can be the end of it. But for right now, let's go ahead and check out the enhanced version of this game, and let's see how it performs on the Nintendo Switch 2. So right now, it should run at 60 frames per second, and it appears to be doing just that, and more Pokemon should be appearing in the background, which is awesome. And, alright, time to address the elephant in the room. So, one, I have technically played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in between the previous walkthrough part and now. I didn't progress on with the plot or anything, it was just a very quick thing. I didn't add any Pokemon to my Pokedex, I didn't do any raid events or anything. It was just for very quick, transferring of items. But I did play Pokemon Scarlet in between the previous part and now. And 2, in the previous walkthrough parts, I did catch a Porygon, and there were several Porygon and Porygon 2 related events that were occurring in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I actually wanted to come back to this walkthrough by covering those. But right now, it is June 16th, and those events ended on June 15th. So I am really bummed that I could not showcase the Porygon 2 raid outbreak event that exists in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, because I thought it was so cute and so charming that they made Porygon 2 the mascot of Pokemon for the Nintendo Switch 2. But that's on me. I did want to cover this. I did want to record this game yesterday, but instead, yesterday, I was editing videos for other clients. So I won't be participating in any Porygon 2 related activities. It's like doing your homework instead of going out to play, and I feel really bummed, so I'll just have to get a Porygon 2 the old-fashioned way, which is by evolving a Porygon 1. So I guess at least this way I can catch a Porygon and compare it / contrast it to my footage in the previous part so we can demonstrate how much higher quality Pokemon catching is now. So we'll go straight for the quick ball and hopefully I can catch it immediately and move on. Oh, it's definitely a lot more fluid. And you're telling me the ball didn't even shake? Come on, Porygon, I'm already bummed that I can't catch your evolution. So yes, for this part, instead of having a Porygon 2 festival, I'm just gonna run around here in the map and just see what I can do. I'm not gonna try to progress the plot too much. I am just gonna try and catch a couple of Pokemon, maybe do a couple of trainer battles, some more generic stuff for the sake of gathering Nintendo Switch 2 focused footage, and then I will go ahead and move on with the plot and all that in the next part. For now, if this Porygon could just move on in the ball, there we go, that's a guaranteed catch, very good. The repeat ball, usually my best odds of catching a Pokemon. So yes, the game runs at 60 frames per second now. It's very fluid. And I like that, because I play other games that run at 60 FPS, and I guess to some degree those games are fluid too. But looking at this game, I don't know, I'm not like a tech expert. Is it the refresh rate? I don't know, but everything is lightning fast. Everything is buttery smooth. It kind of reminds me of when I would see demos of games on big television monitors at E3. They just had the right screens to showcase how fluid everything was. Anyway, I forget how I've been organizing my boxes because it's been a year since I actually worked on this walkthrough. I think it was something like a lot of the Pokemon earlier on in the boxes were caught back in the traditional Paldea region, and then later on in the boxes it's the Kitakami region, and yeah, if there's an Alolan Executor here, then that's more recent. I don't remember how I was structuring things. Maybe I best leave it alone. Skarmory and Porygon I definitely caught here at the Blueberry Academy, so maybe all recent Pokemon catches should just be in this box going forward if I didn't structure like that already. All right, well, let's run around the map and see what I can do. I'm not going to catch every single Pokemon that I see, at least not right now. I do still intend to complete this walkthrough. I do still intend to complete the Blueberry Academy Pokedex, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to start running around chucking Pokeballs all over the place. I'd like to take my time and explore the world and test all facets of Pokemon Scarlet to see how many things have improved. So let's go ahead and do a trainer battle. And if I recall correctly, all battles here at the Blueberry Academy were double battles, which is fine, because now we can really test the Nintendo Switch 2 hardware to see how fluid things are with 4 Pokemon on the screen and all these extra Pokemon in the background, because now more Pokemon are spawning at a time. All right, so each of these Grambles is going to have Intimidate, which is going to lower my Arcanine's attack stat, but it's going to boost my Serperior's attack stat because my Serperior has Contrary, which reverses all stat boosts and drops. All right, as for this, we'll Terastallize the Arcanine so I can make my Flare Blitz even stronger to hopefully negate the double attack drop you just gave me, and then we'll go for a traditional Leaf Storm with Serperior, because Contrary, Leaf Storm, Serperior truly is the bread and butter of this Pokemon. And butter is kind of the theming of this video, right? Because everything looks as smooth as butter, so let's get it going. It is nice to see this crisp 60 frames per second gameplay, I won't lie. It does look very good, it feels surreal. What do you mean I miss? How am I supposed to demonstrate how much this game has improved if I miss with my very first attack? Let's go for the Terastallized Flare Blitz then. Woo! That double attack drop really did a number on my Arcanine, huh? Yep, he is a physical attacker. Here's the Play Rough. Okay, that did some damage as well. Yeah, Granbull's also a physical attacker. Oof. To think if you had also gone for Play Rough, you'd have eliminated my Serperior by now, but it's fine. We'll do that, and then Leaf Storm onto the other Granbull. I see you have one boy, one girl, and I can respect that to some degree. That did not take you out. Well, if Serperior is somehow able to survive this turn, Serperior could potentially go for a sweep on all of this trainer's remaining Pokemon. We will see. And just barely shy of taking you out, which means you probably are going to take down Serperior. Last Resort? You only have 2 moves? Last Resort is a move that you can only use after you've used all the other moves in your slots. So if you only have 2 attacks, which would be, I guess, Crunch and Last Resort, then yeah, you can go straight into it. Golly! All right, you came to play. Well, you know what? I came to play. Let's go ahead and bring in Weavile, which I acknowledge is probably a bad decision because Weavile is weak to Fairy-type Pokemon, which is what Granbull is, but Weavile is also very, very fast and didn't have an attack drop from these Intimidates, so I can go straight for the Ice Shard, which is a priority move anyway. Boom. Granbull eliminated. 1 down, 1 to go. And now Arcanine here can take out this here Granbull with Retaliate. Not a Fire-type move. Darn it! I was gonna say, it's not a Fire-type move, but it should still deal enough to take you out because the Pokemon went down the previous turn. Nope. Arcanine's down. I'm getting bodied for my first return match to this game, but at least it's buttery smooth. At least it's lightning fast. And there, now I can showcase what it looks like when you lose a Pokemon that's been Terastallized. So see, I'm just capturing extra gameplay footage. You know how it goes. I'm gonna repurpose this footage for future videos. That way you know what's on the Nintendo Switch too. Oh yeah, and more Pokemon. My bad, I didn't even consider that. Well, this works for me. We can go ahead and Bullet Punch the Granbull because that'll be super effective. And then, although I do have Brick Break, let's go for the Night Slash onto the Cinccino because it should still KO it. All right, this Granbull, down. I acknowledge I could have switched to Scizor a long time ago, but I really wanted to give Arcanine and Serperior a fighting chance. It is okay. I do appreciate the challenge. All right, just getting gameplay of all of my Pokemon. There you go. Was that a crit? No. See, Night Slash is supposed to have a higher chance of getting a critical hit, and I thought I could get one there, but alas, I didn't. Oh man, this is, oh! A Rocky Helmet actually caused you to get KO'd because, I was gonna say Triple Axle usually hits more than one time, but it has a chance of missing, and so either I got lucky that you missed, or my Rocky Helmet just dealt enough damage to take you out. Alright, well this time, we'll just go ahead and do Bullet Punch onto you, and this time we will just do Brick Break, because we've established that Night Slash is not enough to KO without a critical hit. So here's the Bullet Punch. Boom. Thank you. All right, barely not enough. That's okay. Weavile can wrap this up. Boom. And that is enough. Nicely done, Weavile. Love to see it. Are you freaking kidding me? You landed a critical hit when it didn't matter with a move that doesn't have a higher critical hit rate, but you couldn't do it on a move that didn't matter with the move that has a higher critical hit. Whatever. It's fine. Okay, Weavile leveled up. Weavile will reach level 100 probably by the end of this part, within like 2 or 3 parts or whatever. Great. Thank you. All right. That's situated. Nice. Let's see, what else do I want to do? I showcase myself catching... Oh, hey, Milcery. Well, I do like Milcery, and I should probably get all the all-creamy forms one day. I guess we'll just keep getting a move on. If nothing else, the main way to demonstrate this game's update and visual fidelity and quality is to just simply run around the map. And I guess I haven't been running around here on Koraidon yet, so I can go ahead and do that. Do I want to do a Tera raid? That could be fun. Or I could just do another trainer battle. Let's see, what Tera raid option do we have here? Minun? I think I still have to catch one of those in due time, but it will not be right now. Okay? And then let's go for this sparkly Pokemon over here. This is a Reuniclus. All right, I don't think I caught Reuniclus in the past. I'm pretty sure you can only get it here in the Blueberry Academy, outside of Tera raid battles anyway. So sure, I shall eliminate you, and you chose to be Tera Fairy. An unfortunate choice considering I am now starting with Scizor. I could have been leading with Arcanine or Superior, but they are both down, and I guess if I was starting with Arcanine, Arcanine could have taken you down anyway because Fire resists Fairy. But there you go. Alright, that's close enough to your defeat. You should lose your Tera charge, and then it should be time for me to try and catch you. Excellent! Reuniclus is otherwise a pretty fantastic Pokemon, pretty bulky. Its ability makes it so that it can't take indirect damage, and as a slow Pokemon, it benefits a lot in Trick Room. Of course, I am done catching members for my Pokemon team, so I'm just gonna go ahead and catch it for Pokedex's completion's sake. This might not catch it. Oh, it did! Well, nice. I'm glad I could catch you in a Heal Ball because it just feels appropriate for Psychic-type Pokemon. I associate the color pink with Psychic because I think the trading card game associates the color pink with Psychic. Either that or purple. Even so, we got Reuniclus, a Psychic-type Pokemon. Very good. I don't think I have its pre-evolutions either, but I'll catch those at a future date. I'll catch a few other Pokemon in this part, I'll do a few other trainer battles in this part, but otherwise the primary focus of this part is to run around the Blueberry Academy and really just demonstrate the Nintendo Switch 2 hardware at work. Also, there was a Milcery raid. Of course there was. I mean, I like Milcery, and I'll tell you what, if one's shiny, I will absolutely catch it, but otherwise, I'm just going to proceed to eliminate the rest of you. Very good. You know, there was a Milcery raid that occurred right before I put this game down, too. It would have been nice if it was a Porygon 2 raid, but okay, I gotta move away from that. All right, well, I could just stand here and let Scizor take out all of these pre-evolutions to Cake, but I think I probably should do something a little more productive, whether it be actually catching a Pokemon or doing a trainer battle, and I've already caught my fair share of Milcery, and it's tempting to catch more. It really is. But for right now, we're just gonna keep moving. All right, I'm catching a few, I'm picking up a few more items. This is gonna be B-roll for a future video. So I may as well go ahead and collect it now. And you know, I guess it's kind of good that I didn't complete the game, right? Because that way I can actually showcase other story-related elements occurring in this game with the other Blueberry League gym battles, or Elite Four battles, whatever you want to call them. I can showcase that, whereas anybody who's beaten the game up to this point can simply only show the rematches. And I can show myself, oh, I can't write on here, are you kidding? I can show myself getting Pokedex entries, like I'm about to do right now with this Cinccino. And sure, I'm okay with catching you right now, because you're a Pokemon that evolves via the use of an evolutionary stone, a shiny stone, I think, unless I'm mistaken. So that's one less shiny stone that I have to get in the future, and that's great, because things like shiny stones and desk stones or whatever are a bit trickier to come by than just the traditional fire stone or moonstone or whatever. So let's see if this just catches you immediately. No dice. Quick ball ain't cutting it today, huh? Well, I'm a bit hesitant to attack you because you're not exactly known for your bulk, so I fear that I will KO you, especially now that you've damaged yourself because of my Rocky helmet. So let's try a different ball. How do you feel about living a life of luxury? I could see you living inside of a luxury ball. What do you think? Ooh, critical capture. Love to see that. Thank you very much, Cinccino, for expediting this process. And now that you have been caught, I can showcase both the Pokemon capture in glorious 60 frames per second, and I can show the Pokedex entry going in at 60 frames per second. Something I would not be able to do without essentially restarting this game and coming all the way back up to this point, which could take an awfully long time. So I think it did benefit me to have not completed this game up to this point, so I could get certain bits of footage a bit more easily, so I can truly demonstrate all of the Nintendo Switch 2 hardware at play. But all right, that's another Pokemon caught. Sure, I'll potentially catch one or two more Pokemon in this part. I don't know. I gotta go over to another biome, right? I don't think I ever fought the Blueberry League Academy leader, Elite Four member, whatever, in the coastal biome. So let's go here. I believe I stopped by the coastal biome briefly to get some items to evolve Milcery, ironically enough, and I definitely evolved an Inkay while I was over here because I demonstrated that you had to do it upside down. But for right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and KO you with Scizor, one of the few Pokemon that's 4 times weak to Bug. That's gotta suck. So, thank you, Inkay. I think that'll do for now. Thank you, thank you. Alright, yes, I do apologize that this part is otherwise a little aimless. I acknowledge it's not the first walkthrough part to be a bit aimless. I've had many other more aimless walkthrough parts, but this one, because it's my first time playing this game on my Nintendo Switch 2, I feel as though I really should just emphasize that very fact. I should just showcase general gameplay on the Nintendo Switch 2 version of this game with this latest update, and that way I can repurpose the footage for both myself and for future videos of clients. So I hope you look forward to seeing this footage appear in future videos. Also, there are all sorts of just stones on this island, huh? I picked up a water stone, an evolutionary item, and I picked up an Everstone, an evolutionary prevention item. So maybe it wouldn't have been too difficult for me to get a shiny stone while I was over here to evolve Cinccino into Cinccino. But it's whatever, I caught Cinccino. I was able to demonstrate myself catching one for the first time at 60 frames per second, I might add. And it's one less shiny stone that I have to get in the future, so that's great. But But yeah, I will say I love how smooth the animation is. I love how vibrant everything is. I love how I can kind of turn the camera slightly and it doesn't stutter. I like that there are more Pokemon appearing on the map and the frames aren't dropping. I really do like it, and I do truly believe that this is how Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were originally intended to look. That said, I still have a few complaints with it, but this is certainly a welcome improvement, and I am so glad that Nintendo Switch 2 is doing stuff like this for all sorts of other games. Oh, actually, what am I doing? I can just press minus for this part. Although, maybe I don't even want to use Arcanine and Superior for this battle. Maybe I best move on to some other Pokemon while I have the opportunity to showcase them at Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's updated 60 frames per second gameplay. So let's go ahead and get my ace, my girl. We'll get Spicial, and we'll get... There you go. So Arcanine, you can go here. Yeah, we'll put Bayleaf at the front of the party in just a moment. And then you want to tag with... I think I usually have you tag with Lapras for old time's sake. Let me see. Also, I do love how quickly the boxes and the menus open up. Lapras up here in the top left. Yeah, there you go, my original Lapras from Pokemon White that I caught in the post-game of that game back in Unova. Awesome. So it's relevant. Blueberry Academy takes a lot of notes from Unova region, but it's not quite Unova, just like Lapras. I caught it in the Unova region, but it's definitely not a Unova Pokemon. And when you want a double battle, I'm ready for this. I'm leading with a Water-type Pokemon and a Grass-type Pokemon, which is great coverage, and they're both defensive Pokemon, so I ought to be fine. It might lead to a slower battle, but it should lead to a positive result. Oh, and you're starting off with a Flygon? You're 4 times weak to ice, you're in trouble. And the Rapska, we'll deal with it. It's more of a utility Pokemon, it just sets stuff up, so it's really not gonna deal damage to me. All right, let's go ahead and get that light screen out, just in case, because Flygon can be run as a special attacker. I think it primarily is a special attacker, if I recall correctly. Ah, telepathy, wise of you. That's right, a lot of the trainers here will actually have some tactics at play, but no worries. I've got the light screen going, so the next time you try that, it's not going to deal a whole lot of damage. Oh, and you've got the light screen at play. Very well, then. Well, both my Pokemon are special attackers, so that's wise on your part. Let's see how much this does. Oh, and you're holding the berry. Well, let's see how much it does anyway. 4 times weak with light screen up, and you using that berry, and it still did about a 50 of your health, which means if I were to use the same move again, I'd probably deal about 3/5 of your health, so I probably got 2 more turns to go. Plus, lowering your speed is only beneficial to me, because these Pokemon are not particularly fast. All right, let's really put that Nintendo Switch 2 hardware to good use. Let's go ahead and have it rain. Let's go ahead and get some terrain. Rain and terrain, there you go. So grassy terrain will boost the power of grass-type moves, and it will allow my Pokemon to restore health at the end of every turn. And the rain will boost the power of water-type moves, and it'll make the attack thunder always connect. All right, so you go ahead and use that again. It should deal less damage now that I have light screen in effect, and I'll restore that damage at the end of the turn thanks to the grassy terrain. There we go. We got rain going, we got terrain going, we got a double battle going, there's wild Pokemon in the background, and the frames per second still hasn't gone down. Love to see that. All right, although you're actually attacking me this turn, and you're lowering my special attack, I really don't like to see that. Maybe I should have brought Superior to this battle. Anyway, it's fine, it's fine. We still have the light screen in effect, we still have the grassy terrain in effect, and we still got the rain in effect. So, now, I say we go for Hydro Pump and Terrastalize my Lapras to really get an extra powerful water-type attack and knock out the Rapska. And then we can do... I guess Giga Drain also onto Rapska. Giga Drain won't deal a whole lot, but it will be boosted from the grassy terrain. So let's see what we got. All right, now I've got a Terrastalized Pokemon in the rain, on terrain, in a double battle with Pokemon in the background. Boom. Look at how good this B-roll footage is gonna be. I hope you enjoy seeing this footage in future videos. All right, yep, that really did a whole lot of nothing. You dropping my special attack is really messing me up, but that's okay. This rain-boosted Tera Hydro Pump should eliminate you for sure. Yeah, go ahead and use that again. Won't deal a whole lot. Very good. We're just slowly chipping away at each other. Of course you missed. Of course you missed. I should have known it was gonna miss. Leaf Storm missed in the previous battle. Hydro Pump's missing now. And now my special attack is only continuing to drop. Oh, this is miserable. All right, take it easy. I don't need that much footage. Let's see, I guess if I am gonna keep this battle going, maybe it's worth experimenting with the camera angles to mix things up. Let's go again, Hydro Pump onto you, and then we'll do Leech Seed onto you. Because right now I've just clicked in the control stick to really have the camera focus like it's a traditional Pokemon game, but I could change it back if I wanted to. I don't quite know how to... There we go. There we go. Oh, well, I gotta admit, I don't like this angle either. Lapras, you missed with Hydro Pump twice? Are you freaking kidding me? Dude, I missed with Leaf Storm and Hydro Pump twice in the same video. Oh, this is miserable. And now I can't even get the camera back to how I want it. Oh my god. All right, I don't like this. I don't like this. But if I press ZR, it just focuses on Rapska for some reason. Good? All right, fine. We'll leave the camera alone. Whatever. It's okay. No one saw you miss that attack, Lapras. No one saw you use it either, but no one saw you miss, so it's fine. All right, you know what? I'm not in the mood to spend half an hour on this battle. Let's, you know what? Let's actually bring Lapras back. I could easily just win this with Mr. Tatsu if I wanted to. I always feel so dirty sending in a level 100 Pokemon, but I think you guys know that I could win this. I'm just expediting the process, and at least this way, I can get footage of other Pokemon at play. So we've got Weavile coming back in. Yep, all reliable. I know I can rely on you. Yeah, go ahead and exert that pressure. Build up that pressure. There you go. And then Lapras, you come back. I can always send you back in later to finish the job if need be. And we've got Mr. Tatsu going in. Oh, and we got that lighting change because now we are backing out a terrestrialized Pokemon. All right, so Boom Burst. I have still got the light screen up, so my Pokemon should be fine. And even so, Mr. Tatsu is level 100. Oh, all right, yeah, go ahead. But Weavile's a physical attacker, and Mr. Tatsu is still level 100, so whatever. All right. I don't like just coming in and sweeping with level 100 Pokemon, and I probably could stand to put more of these in a PC, but it's fine. It's fine, we're just gonna wrap this up. Weavile's gonna restore that health thanks to the Leech Seed, and gonna restore even additional health thanks to the grassy terrain. So, boom. All right, now the light screen is wore off. That's fine, I'm gonna wrap up the battle right here. Okay, so we'll have Mr. Tatsu. You can go ahead and just use Icy Wind, and then you, Weavile, can go ahead and use Night Slash. That should wrap up the Rapska. Very good, thank you, didn't need a crit for it. Just had to hit it at all. Night Slash has 100% accuracy. Very good. Goodbye, Rapska. And then Icy Wind does have a chance to miss. Knock on wood. Let's hope that it hits. There you go. Naruzen's level 81. And then you are going down, and then that should make my other Pokemon level up because you, in particular, were very obnoxious. Goodbye, Flygon. Raining while it's sunny out. We should get some rainbows in due time. All right. There you go. More level ups, including Weavile, who is now level 89. Love that. All right. Here we go, grass has appeared. Yep, very good. Don't need that anymore, we're good. And then you've got Alomomola. Okay, did you have a fourth Pokemon or was it just Alomomola? And Torkoal, so now we're going from rain into drought, huh? Or not, your Torkoal doesn't have drought. Understood, okay, I guess it would hinder your Alomomola. Well, let's go ahead and take out the Torkoal anyway because you are usually bulky. Here we go, boom. Okay, could have used a crit there, but that's fine. Mr. Tatsu's Muddy Water should finish the job. Yep, even with that Struggle Bug lowering Mr. Tatsu's special attack, it was enough to take out the Torkoal. Very good. We'll deal with the Alomomola next. Yeah, Alomomola is also bulky, but I'll get to you. I'll get to you. Very good. More experience. Love that. Oh, you're setting up that light screen a little too late. And my Weavile has Brick Break, which will negate your light screen anyway. So I'm not even remotely worried about that. Here we go. Okay, so Mr. Tatsu, you could just go back to Lapras or something. I don't know, and then Weavile, you can go ahead and use Brick Break. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Tatsu. Don't want to win the whole battle with you, but you've definitely been of great assistance, and I appreciate it. All right, Naruzen, go ahead and change the lighting one more time. Wide Guard. Oh, no, I'm not going for any more spread moves. That would normally block your ally from getting hurt by a move that deals damage to both of you, but I'm just going directly after you. And I'll tell you what, I don't have rain in effect anymore, so Thunder is not a guaranteed hit, but I'm gonna press my luck anyway, and I'm gonna go for Thunder, and if it misses, then Lapras has done a whole lot of nothing in this battle, but if it hits, then Lapras will hopefully be the reason that this battle concludes. All right, yeah, go ahead and go for Wide Guard. I'm convinced that the trainers here only teach their Pokemon like 2 moves, which is sometimes an optimal strategy, especially with Last Resort. All right, here you go, boom. Go get him. All right, Alomomola down. Very good. Goodbye, Alomomola. Awesome. Okay, that battle is finally over, and I'm just a few experience points shy of getting Scizor to level up. So be it. It hurts twice as much to lose a double battle. I mean, a little bit. It's a lot more tactical. I get that you're losing twice as many Pokemon at once. Oh, hang on. We're not evolving Bayleaf.
Not yet, anyway. Not yet.
All right, Bayleaf, you are sticking with me, girl. In fact, I might even put you back inside of a PC box in just a moment. I'm not 100% certain, but for now, let's continue just running around the map. And I'd be down to do some more Pokemon battles so they don't all take half an hour like that previous one was about to. Yes, I always had the option to switch into a level 100 Pokemon and win it that way, but where's the challenge in that? I love the challenge. I just don't want it to take half an hour. You know, I have things to do. I had so many things to do that I missed out on the Porygon 2 event in this game. But okay, all right, it's fine. It's fine, we'll move on. All right, we can enjoy the glorious Nintendo Switch 2 version of this game. And I really do appreciate that Nintendo and a variety of other companies are going back and are providing updates for Nintendo Switch titles to present them in higher quality on the Switch 2. That is so cool. I know that there are other games that have Nintendo Switch 2 editions and whatever, and I'll cover a fair share of those at a future time. But then you've got games like this and Splatoon 3 where it's just a free update that makes the game better. And that's so cool. I can't think of another time Nintendo did this. I mean, I guess if you played a Game Boy game on a Game Boy Color, you could change the color palette of the game. The only other thing that would be comparable is when the Wii U came out, which was Nintendo's first HD console. Technically, if you played a Wii game on it, it was upscale. But even then, some Wii games did not look great. What other Pokemon do I want to bring with me? We'll put Bayleaf back in here. Maybe I should bring like a shiny Pokemon. So either Porygon Z, Alcremie, or Frostlass, right? Maybe we ought to do... Where is my Frostlass? Yeah, I'm thinking Frostlass. Here we are, Frostlass in the lower right. All right, girl. Let's go ahead and have you participate in a double battle with Pom Pom here. My two ladies. All right, I'll go ahead and battle you. Let's get it. Howdy. But yeah, this is really cool that we're in an era where Nintendo is doing this, and with whatever games I can, I'll showcase the upscale Nintendo Switch 2 versions. It'll be great to have footage, just like I'm getting now, for future videos that I edit. And I figure if I'm gonna keep using this video specifically to gather footage, then I should rotate out my Pokemon and get some variety in my footage, right? So we'll go ahead and Icy Wind and Double Shock you. Very unfortunate that you have a Grass type here, but also fortunate for you that you have a Grass Poison type because you are weak to Ice. And of course, my Icy Wind missed at least one of you, but you do resist both Electric and Fighting, which is exactly what my Palmont here is. That's fine, that Gloom is down. It's about to be Doom and Gloom for you in a moment. And I did say earlier how much I appreciate how lightning fast these battles are, but I am Electric type no more. For you see, Double Shock removes Palmont's Electric typing, preventing her from using the move twice in a row. So now Palmont is just Fighting type, which is fine. Oh, and you've got Vileplume, the evolution to Gloom. No worries. A good combination of an Ice type move with one of Palmont's Fighting type attacks should be enough to take you out. Let's do it. Even just an Icy one from Frostlass might be enough. Her special attack stat is pretty good. And it is! Awesome job, girls! Good job on taking down those plants, and a critical hit no less. Goodbye, Vileplume. Very good, very good. So yes, I cannot sing my praise enough about how I appreciate that Nintendo and all these other companies have been updating their games to show them in their truly natural presentation. That sentence came out wrong. I'm glad that we can see this game be updated to look like this, because this is really cool. And again, it's still not a perfect game. There are many things I liked about it even before this update, and this update makes me further appreciate it, but there are still things that would change. But even so, regardless of what happens next, I still intend to wrap up this walkthrough. I'm gonna do a part now, another part or two, then I'm gonna go back to Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm gonna wrap that up. All right, let's see here. Do I wanna do a Tera Raid battle? You know what? I kinda do wanna do a Tera Raid battle. For Flygon, oh, the irony. But no, let's not do Flygon. Let's capitalize on a Pokemon that might otherwise be difficult to obtain. And then maybe after I do a Tera Raid battle or two, then maybe I'll wrap up this part. All right, so let's see what we got. Let's see who's playing this game. This update should have generated a new spur of players, a regained interest in this game. And that's great because I do want to record more multiplayer content for this game. Do I want to do Farigiraf? I guess so. I'm pretty sure all of these Pokemon are already natively available back in Paldea. So I'll do a random one and let's see what the game throws me into. I'm glad that these are 6-star raids. That's cool, but I already have all these Pokemon. Can't I get something that I don't have yet? Farigiraf it is. All right, well, then let's go ahead and change my Pokemon out. Caught a Farigiraf a long time ago, back when I was completing the Pokedex in base Paldea. But let's see. Just gotta bring something that can take some hits. We'll do, yeah, Tinkaton is usually just like a safe answer because Fairy Steel typing is just already so powerful. And it's a fighting type Tera, which means Tinkaton will be super effective toward it. And Farigiraf is traditionally a normal psychic type Pokemon, and Tinkaton resists both of those because she is a steel type Pokemon. So, okay. If this is the raid that players want to do, then I will come in and be of assistance. But then I would really want to showcase myself doing a Tera raid for a Pokemon I haven't caught yet. And then perhaps after I catch that Pokemon, that'll make for a nice, like, 30, 40-minute walkthrough part of me just kind of wandering around the Blueberry Academy. And then next time I can move on with the plot. Some more Blueberry Academy battles and whatnot. But okay, let's see how Tera raids look now that it's 60 frames per second here on the Switch 2. I can already tell you that this lighting effect makes it look a whole lot smoother. Yeah, these were previously pretty laggy back on the Switch's original hardware. This much looks the same. All right, well, this is cool. Let's see what we can do then. All right, Farigiraf, you can be quite the threat, but with our powers combined, especially since some player here has a Mewtwo, we should be good. All right, but the traditional strat for these Tera raids is to boost our stats right out the gate. Okay, some of you guys are doing that. I will go ahead and do the same thing. This will buff all of our stats. Very good, very good. Okay, it is playing a little more smoothly, but I think the lag is just a natural part of this being an online component of the game. And plus, there's also the chance that some of these players might just be using Switch 1 hardware. So whereas the presentation will be updated on my end, it still might be slower on other players' games. So I think we're just gonna have to live with that for a bit. But it's fine. Nice to know that these things are still compatible. Same thing with Splatoon 3. All right, I've buffed us, I've healed us. You're still using Nasty Plot. All right, Mewtwo, if you're ready to start attacking this thing, I'm ready to start attacking this thing. Low kick, I should get hurt neutral damage to that. And then that won't hurt Frostlass or Annihilate, and Mewtwo resists it, so it's really only gonna hurt me. Boosting your speed, so be it. This isn't Generation 1, that doesn't increase your chances of getting a critical hit. Boom. Farigiraf. Yep, just Farigiraf. Ooh, more than halfway, yep. You boosting your stats is really doing a number to this thing. Very good. All right, we'll go ahead and play rough with it then. Uproar, I resist that. That doesn't hurt Annihilate or Frostlass. Neutral damage to Mewtwo. Right. As far as these Pokemon are concerned, I'm kind of the weakest link here. Maybe I should go back to a status roll. You've got that Shadow Ball going. Oh yeah, and I can't Terrestrialize because I never went to a Pokemon Center to restore things. Oh well. I'll just heal us up then. Because if any of us gets KO, that takes away from our timer there. And we should be fine. We are on pace. It put up its barrier, so that certainly slows things down, but we should otherwise be on pace. We should be okay. There we go. Gave us some extra health. You guys can be the ones to damage it. I can't Terrestrialize, and even if I could, I'm pretty sure Tinkaton here is just Terra Steel. Frankly, if she had to Terrestrialize between Fairy type or Steel type, it would be better for her to Terrestrialize to just Fairy type, because she's only weak to Fire and Ground. So that way, just becoming a Fairy type would remove the Fire and Ground weakness. I'm okay. I'm alive. Dealing some extra damage there, not a lot, but there, I contributed at least. And that was a critical hit. Woo! That's as strong as it's gonna get, folks. Oh, but Farigiraf's barriers are down. That much definitely looked cleaner with the 60 frames per second. Very good. All right, I'm hesitant to press anything. I think I'm just gonna wait for you folks to deal the finishing blow to this Farigiraf, and then I'm just gonna catch it. Yeah, you guys go ahead and Tera. I will miss out on the party. We're just gonna sit here and enjoy all the 60 frames per second-ness of this battle. Nice. Go get him. Oh, looks like you guys did it. Good job, which means Tinkaton lives to see another day. Awesome. Very good. So let's check out the defeat animation here, assuming it goes through. Oh no, hopefully I don't disconnect here. That'd be embarrassing. Knock on some wood, come on. Oh no, we're okay. See, knocking on wood, proven to help people from time to time. All right, now again, don't really need another Farigiraf, but I'll go ahead and catch one, and since this is some sort of special occasion, well, I don't want to use my one-off Pokeballs, maybe I'll just use a Premier Ball. That's what you use for raid battles in Pokemon Go and I guess other somewhat special occasions. So go right ahead, Premier Ball! Go get this giraffe whose name is also a palindrome that evolves from another giraffe whose name is also a palindrome. Go get it. Thank you. All right, now, in a little bit, I'm gonna see if there's a Tera raid battle for a Pokemon that I haven't caught yet, because there are plenty of Pokemon that I haven't caught yet. I could have done that Flygon raid. Let's go for something a little trickier. And hey, at least for doing a 6-star Tera raid, I can get some Herba Mystica. That'll be good for whenever I choose to hunt for shinies, which might be a thing I do in a future part. Not sure yet. I do want to do more parts with friends, and hopefully this Nintendo Switch 2 update compatibility thing will renew interest in my friends to do some multiplayer stuff with me. But there you go. Normal Psychic-type Pokemon. Very good. Extra Pokemon caught, whatever. Okay, what about this Tera raid down here? It's a dark one. It could be useful to me. What is it? Something hard to get? Electabuzz. If it was Electivire, I would have done it, but not Electabuzz, so we're just gonna... I'm gonna grab this item, this pretty feather here, and then we are gonna keep moving. Whoa! Someone had yellow text here. Well, hello there! Been having Pokemon battles. You better believe I've been having Pokemon battles. At 60 frames per second, I might add. Hey there, exchange student. Your friendly neighborhood guidance here. Hope it doesn't feel too invasive for you to ask. Are you keeping up with your Pokemon battles? I am! Here at Blueberry Academy, we try to get the students excited to battle each other, which means I'll give you BP for battling the students. The more battles, the more BP! So why don't you try to defeat 5 students here in the coastal biome? Well, don't mind if I do. So far, you've defeated 5 students here in the coastal biome. Well, great! Glad I'm already making progress. I did fight 3 of them in this very part, so that works out for me. Although 1 or 2 of them weren't in the coastal biome, but whatever. There you go. I'll gladly take that. And here's a little bonus from me. You obtain TM206 Petal Blizzard. Ooh, that's a powerful grass-type attack. There you go. Damages everything around it. Yep. Maybe I can teach that to Bailey for Superior or something. Well, thank you. Glad I could achieve that at least. Very good. Oh, did you want to have a battle? Because I'm down for a match. Oh, let me clear away all the Slakoth here. You've got a bunch of sloths in front of you. But nothing I can't manage. I'll take care of it. Frankly, I could try to catch the sloths too, but because this isn't Pokemon Legends Arceus, I can't just take a Pokeball at it. I would have to battle it, and I will save those battles for a different time, when I have more time. Do you have time to battle, though? I've already defeated you. So be it. All right, let's see what luck I have going into the Tera raids this time. Ooh, 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 ooh. Slowking. Yes, that's a Pokemon I have not caught yet, and that's a Pokemon that evolves through trade, which is really inconvenient. Even more so, this is Galarian Slowking. So it's really in my best interest to get into this Tera raid battle, please. Otherwise, I'll wait for a refresh, I guess. 6 stars. Yeah, I'm the 4th slot in it. All right, let's see. It's a fire-type Pokemon, but traditionally, Galarian Slowking is Poison Psychic. So I need something that resists Poison and Psychic, like a Steel type, but can be super effective to Fire-type Pokemon? Well, let me tell you where my head's at. I could just bring a Water type, or I don't want to bring Scizor. I need something that can be super effective toward it. Maybe Goodro's good, because Goodro resists Poison and Steel, and if it wants to use a Water-type move on me, I would resist that too, because it's part Dragon-type. And if it does try to use a Fire-type move, well, then that'll only deal neutral damage, because Goodro's Dragon-typing is already pretty defensive. Its Steel-typing makes it even more defensive, and it's got, I think, Chilling Water as an attack, which is great. Awesome. Now I just gotta hope that my teammates here bring reliable Pokemon. I think that will do it. You bring a frigging legendary or mythical Pokemon with you, that ought to do the trick. All right, let's go into this Tera raid battle. Let's hopefully crush it. Now, it is 6 stars, so we shouldn't let our guard down. Yeah, this part of the Tera raid battle definitely looks much more fluid. I said this earlier in the video, but it just reminds me of seeing stuff at E3. All the demos at E3 were always on these monitors with great quality and refresh rates and whatever other technical terms, and it always made those games look super smooth. So whenever I see how smooth this game is, that's what it reminds me of. All right, you guys ready? I think my strategy will be the same as just about any other time I do a Tera raid battle, and that is to say, I'm gonna buff all our stats first by cheering us on, and then I will go ahead and start striking it down. So this will buff all of your attack stats before you go after it, or you're just going straight for Aura Sphere. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. This player with the shiny Lucario, that's a cool looking Lucario, but you're already making me nervous. All right, see the Greninja player is already going for Swords Dance. I like that. I'll buff our defenses. Not that I need it, but I think you folks will. Got it. We got nobody going for belly drum strategies or anything like that. Airy Spell. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Won't deal a whole lot. All right, now you're going for Liquidation. Now that you're basically +3 attack. Did we deal any negative effects to you? Well, not yet, but I'm about to. I've got Acid Spray to lower your special defense because it looks like the Terrapagos Pokemon over there to the left is using special attack, so this will be useful. Aw, not yawn! When you yawn, it makes me yawn. All right, we'll go for Chilling Water, which lowers your physical attack. But I can't tell if you're going to use any physical attacks. I mean, it might not matter. It's fine. Goodro's already specially bulky. This Lucario player on my team is still alive. No, this Lucario player on my team is down. Yeah, that Lucario player better not cost us. Come on, I have an opportunity to get a Galarian Slowking here. You know how inconvenient it is to get this Pokemon? It was inconvenient in Sword and Shield. I imagine it's even more inconvenient now. If I get it in this Tera raid battle, you'd really be helping me out. Oh, our pacing isn't great. This will restore our health, and it should wake up. It should wake us all up too. I think it restores status ailments. Let's see. If nothing else, the health restore is probably beneficial for us. All right, those are my 3 cheers. I can't do any more cheers. I can continue to lower the Slowking special defense with Acid Spray if anyone else wants to strike it with a special attack. Okay, whatever. Liquidation's a physical move. Oh, there's the barrier. Okay. Pacing is leaving me a little worried. It's gonna be close. I think I can still lower its special defense though, which is what I ought to be doing. Okay, oh man, our timer just went way down. You guys are getting KO'd! No! I'd have thought that after this game has been around for 3 years that you'd know how to do Tera raid battles by now. I mean, I had the benefit of bringing a Pokemon I really like, but you can't just bring a Pokemon that you really like. You gotta be tactical with it. Goodra, Hisuian Goodra, is a Pokemon that I really like and is technical for this exact battle. I'm playing a utility role. All right, it might still be doable. If I just keep lowering its special defense and then you guys keep using special attacks. All right, there we go. You're terastallizing, I love that. Oh my God, this is gonna be so close, please. It would really help me. I finally found the Pokemon here on the Tera raid battle list that is something I haven't caught yet that's inconvenient to get, and I was able to join the raid. Let's see how much that Starstorm does. Decent damage, decent damage. Lowering its special defense even further, okay. Yeah, you keep using Eerie Spell. That won't KO me. I'll be fine. It's my teammates I'm worried about. They keep getting KO'd. All right. Yeah, go ahead and take the PP of Acid Spray. That's fine. I've got 32 of those, or like 20 more of those or whatever. Okay. Chilling Water for super effective damage. Okay, we're catching up to our pacing. Yeah, that's the problem though, is that my Hisuian Gudra is barely going to deal any damage. Now, I buffed my attack stat earlier with that cheer, unless the Slowking already negated that. Did it already do that thing where it gets rid of all of our stat boosts? Don't know. Okay, one more Acid Spray then. Let's see. Once your shield goes down though, you're in trouble. All right, come on, come on, come on. Not the yawn! No! Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, I didn't even realize my Gudra was asleep. Okay, now you've changed our stat buffs, but you didn't get rid of your own, right? We're about to knock down your shield. All right, come on. Acid Spray. All right, one more special defense drop, and then if we all strike you on this next turn, it should be just enough. I'm actually quite glad now that Lucario is using a special attack in the form of Aura Sphere. Okay, I don't care if you're confused or not. I care that we're racing against the clock here, and you being confused just adds more time to your animations. All right, go ahead and take the PP. I don't care. Okay, Chilling Water. Let's get it. Oh my God! Please, we can get it. Come on. We can get it. Oh my God! Please get it, Lucario. Come on! Did we get it? I think we got it. I think we got it. I think we got it. All right. That was much too close for comfort, but whatever. All right, Galarian Slowking. I can put you in whatever ball I want. Let's see what feels right. Desk Ball, maybe. Dive Ball, maybe. But I think something akin to like, not one of my one-off balls. Maybe just a Luxury Ball. A Luxury Ball or a Timer Ball even. There you go. Because I already used Luxury Ball earlier. There you go. A Timer Ball just feels right in some regards. Even though your colors certainly do not match the colors on this Timer Ball. I think it's about time you got into this ball. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that animation is certainly updated. Love that. All right, thanks, folks. I hope that I was able to contribute. I hope that me dropping that Slowking special defense was useful. No Urban Mysticas for this one, but that's fine because, frankly, for this one, I cared more about the Pokemon. And getting the Tera Shards is nice, too. Fire Tera Shards are actually quite good. Tera Fire is quite good because a lot of people like to go for Tera Steel, and therefore Tera Fire counters that. Boom! Got Slowking added to the Pokedex, let alone the Galarian Slowking, a tricky Pokemon to obtain. If I wanted the regular Cantonian Slowking, I would have had to have traded for it, and I could have gotten it, but getting it through this Tera Raid here is definitely beneficial and saves you some time in the future. It's one less trade evolution that I'll have to do in the future, but you know what trade evolution I will have to do?
Porygon's evolutions.
But it's fine, it's fine. We'll get to that. These are happy times. I've got a new game system with an updated version of Pokemon Scarlet, and I'll showcase it more in the next part when I actually push onward with the plot. Because for now, that wraps up this part of Pokemon Scarlet, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your patience across this year and a half of me making content. I will get back into things. I will wrap up this walkthrough. I've just got a dozen other things to do, and I'm going to start tending to those things right now. So, for now, bye-bye, humans! Whoosh! And so, we've reached the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button or leave a comment. Either of those actions would really help me out. And hey, in case you didn't know, I have another channel called my Blue channel where I frequently post editorial and discussion type videos. You can head over there by clicking on the video icon in the lower right corner. So if you wish to watch something a little more relaxing or just need some more background noise, please consider checking it out. Either way, thank you so much for watching.